What is up, YouTube? What is up, Giants fans? It's your boy Jay Diamonds, and we are back at it with another New York Giants video. Back at it with another New York Giants banger. And before we get to this one, if you've not done so yet, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you love Giants content. Now let's hop right into this video. And in this video, I want to talk about the offensive line. I want to talk about the new revamped offensive line after Joe Schoen had a full off season, a full draft, and free agency to add in some pieces, which I think he did pretty well as his first off season as the New York Giants general manager. And we're gonna start with the left side, and that's gonna be our guy Andrew Thomas, stud left tackle, coming into his third year, off a year where he had an amazing year. I think he should have been at least nodded for a Pro Bowl. I think he is probably the biggest bright spot on the offense right now. I think he's a guy that when we're talking about 5-10 years down the line, he's going to be our franchise left tackle. He's going to be our franchise left tackle, and the most important part of the offensive line is the quarterback's blind spot. And as of right now, we have a right-handed quarterback in Daniel Jones. So I really love Andrew Thomas. I really hope that he even takes that bigger step after having a pretty good year in 2021. It was probably the biggest bright spot of that offense last year. When he was on the field, blocking for Daniel Jones, you saw Daniel Jones have some pretty good games. The Saints game, even before that, you know, during the season, the beginning of the season, Daniel Jones was a pretty above average quarterback in my opinion. You're talking the Saints game, the Broncos game, the Washington Commanders game. Those are some games that Daniel Jones had some pretty great performances, but Andrew Thomas, in my opinion, was a big priority to that, because when he went down with the concussion injury, I think it was versus the Rams, or when he wasn't in the game, that's when you seen Daniel Jones not play as well. So Andrew Thomas is the biggest bright spot on the offense as of right now, in my opinion. I am very excited to see what he does. I really hope he takes that third step in his third season, because if he does, he's probably going to be a guaranteed Pro Bowler in my opinion. The left guard spot is where I think we're going to get. It's pretty up in the air right now, and I also think that is a spot where training camp is going to come into play to see who we think really will be the starter in September. Ben Bredesen is still on the roster. He's a guy that's definitely going to compete for the spot. Is he good? Probably not, but definitely I think he's going to have the opportunity to show why he should be the starting left guard for the Giants. J.E. out of NC, Joshua Ezewudu. I don't know about the last name, so I'm going to call my man J.E. out of NC, guard we took in the third round. I think he's a guy that's probably the favorite right now to be the starting left guard for us in September. I'm very excited to see who wins his spot, because Shane Lemieux also is going to be in competition for that left guard spot. He's a guy that offers some great run blocking. When you're talking about run blocking, Shane Lemieux is a pretty decent run blocker. It's when you get into pass protection is where we start seeing the weaknesses of Shane Lemieux. Was rated one of the worst blocking offensive linemen in all of football as a rookie. So also last year dealt with the injuries, and we got to see if he can stay healthy, and we got to see if he can bring his pass protection game up to where his run game is. Because if he can bring that pass protection up to where his run game is, we're talking about a starting caliber guard in the NFL in Shane Lemieux. But that is a spot that I am very excited to see who wins that spot. That's going to be a training camp spot for me. I think that is one of the main things you should watch at training camp, the competition for the left guard spot. Center, John Feliciano, brought him in over the offseason from the Buffalo Bills, played guard last year for them, and wasn't graded highly by PFF. I think he had like a 54.9 PFF grade, so not good, but he is going to be playing an easier position, I guess you could say, at center. I feel like he's a guy that will be the starter. Unless he bombs in training camp, doesn't play well in training camp, I really don't see how he can lose that spot as of right now. Has experience with Brian Dable's scheme, which is definitely a plus. So I think that is something he has got going for him. He's also very excited to play that position. He came out on Twitter and tweeted himself that he said, I could have been playing center. I've been playing behind guys that was playing center for years now. It's my time basically now to see why I can be a good center in the NFL. Right guard, Mark Glowinski, who also was brought in over the free agency period from the Indianapolis Colts, started on that offensive line for a long time, which the Indianapolis Colts has an awesome offensive line featuring Braden Smith, right tackle, Ryan Kelly at center, and Quentin Nelson, the best offensive lineman in all of football, at guard. But Mark Glowinski was one of those starting caliber pieces on that offensive line for the past couple of seasons. So I'm very excited that we were able to grab someone that's actually starting caliber level on the offensive line. I feel like that's a very underrated pickup. I'm excited, like I said, to see what he can offer as a run blocker, which is what he is pretty known for. He's not a horrible pass blocker. Now, he wasn't great at the best, but he's not horrible, average at best. And if he can be average as a pass protector, I feel like we should be okay there. So I definitely think he's going to be the starting right guard for us in September. Mark Lewinsky, who we brought in over the offseason from the Indianapolis Colts. Now let's talk about right tackle. Let's talk about right tackle. EvanNeal, rookie offensive lineman out of Alabama, took him with the 7th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I really think that he's once again a guy that in his first year can be a Pro Bowl type of player. I really do. I liked him more than I liked Rashawn Slater coming out of last year's draft, in my opinion. So if that's the case, I really do believe that EvanNeal can be at least a starting caliber offensive lineman in his first year. And 6'7", 335. The dude is a mammoth. He's huge. We need some blocking pieces for Daniel Jones in a very important season for him. The last straw, the last hurrah to see if Daniel Jones really are a franchise quarterback. The Giants probably set him up pretty decent with some 2 bookend tackles and Andrew Thomas and EvanNeal. I'm excited to see those 2 guys block for whoever our quarterback is for the next couple of years. And if we're talking about in the next draft class, if the Giants are somehow able to grab a guy like Bryce Young, he would have some experience with our right tackle in EvanNeal. But EvanNeal is a guy to me that the guy is huge. I can't wait to see what he does when he hits the field, when he's in a big blue uniform. And one other thing I want to praise Joe Shane on is just grabbing guys that, like, they're better. He just grabbed better players than last year. Last year, Shane Lemieux didn't have no competition for that left guard spot. Nobody. And we brought in Joe Looney, who ended up retiring. Zach Fulton ended up retiring. I feel like our depth guys are even better than they were last year. So I really want to praise Joe Shane on that end. And one other thing is with Mark Lewinsky, who actually turns 30 years old tomorrow, which is, that's a little fun fact. He turns 30 tomorrow, March 3rd. Just a veteran. He's also a veteran. I forgot to mention that he is a veteran, 30 years old, has been in the league for a good minute. I like to pair him up with a rookie in EvanNeal. You know what I'm saying? I don't think EvanNeal is gonna need no real veteran out there, but just either way, it helps a lot. He knows the game. He's been here for a long time. He's been playing for a long time. Just another guy to help out with our rookies. So I'm very excited to see how this offensive line performs. Now, I do not think this offensive line is gonna be top 10, top 5. I feel like at best we could be a little bit above average at best. And I feel like that's what Daniel Jones needs. He doesn't need. People make it seem like Daniel Jones needs the best offensive line in all of football. I don't think that. He just needs to be able to stay up on his feet, be able to have that mental clock, because as of right now, I feel like Daniel Jones' mental clock is shot. It's shot right now. He's used to having Nate Solder block for him. So Nate Solder not being back is an addition from subtraction. Him not just being here is an addition, in my opinion. But you replace him with a blue chip recruit in EvanNeal. So I just love the way that the Giants attacked the offensive line in the offseason. I'm glad to see them actually care about the offensive line, grabbing real players to play offensive line for them, not no guys that's gonna be freaking cashiers at Walmart one day, you know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to ramble on, but that's gonna do it. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and until then, it's been your boy Jay Dimes. We're out. Go Giants.